what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to droidlife.com. So today we're doing sort of a tongue-in-cheek review of the Motorola Droid 2 dummy phone. Okay, dummy phone, basically the model that you'll find on the floor at Best Buy and Verizon that they want people to feel and hold so that they have an idea of what the phone's like, but they don't want them to just walk out and steal the thing, so it's not a real phone, right? Screen doesn't come on. Obviously, that's just a picture. You know, we kind of teased some of you with this last night on Twitter, and I apologize for that, but we just had to have some fun with it because we actually own a dummy phone for whatever reason. But anyway, yeah, we're just going to walk through, sort of compare it to the Droid 1 and maybe the Droid X and Incredible, just so you guys kind of have an idea of size and sort of look of the device. Obviously, we can't go into how the phone runs and performs because it's fake. So anyway, just kind of laugh along. We're going to just whip through this and just compare and show you guys kind of what you're going to expect once you actually see the Droid 2 hit shelves, hopefully in just a week or two. So anyway, here we go. Here is the Droid 1 standing next to the Droid 2. As you can see, size-wise, exactly the same. 3.7-inch screen. They did move the soft keys around on us over here. I know these aren't lit up on the Droid 2, so you can't really see that, but they did move the soft keys around. You can see right there. Home and menu button and back button have all been switched around. See that? Here, let's stack them. See if you can see that. Anyway, so they move those around, and then obviously on the front also the big change is this new shiny silver metallic color, which is supposed to actually launch on the phone when it hits stores. So it does have this new sort of slanted edge that actually covers up that lip, and you'll remember from the Droid 1 we actually have an exposed lip with your mic down there, sort of a different look. This new smooth look I do like. I'm just not sure how I feel about this weird metallic color. On the bottom there is your mic. Instead of being on the actual lip like it is on the Droid 1, it is now on the bottom. Okay, I'm sure that will actually happen as well when the real phone comes out. So other than that, let's look at the back here. Back is basically identical. On the Droid 2 they've gotten rid of the gold color and sort of gone with, well, basically a white or a silver color. See, we got gold, sort of a whitish, silverish. You can see up top too, the camera has been slightly adjusted, so the camera's actually been moved up a little bit. And on the Droid 1, you know, it's down a little bit. And they've also gotten rid of this weird little slanted edge that we had on the back side. And then up top, you'll see with the power button, it's in the same spot, but they also got rid of this weird little ledge from the Droid 1. So it's a lot smoother, looks a lot more sleek. Let's go to the side buttons now. You see we got rocker switch still. The new rocker switch feels much nicer than this cheap version on the Droid 1. Not that the Droid 1's a cheap phone, just the rocker switch to me always felt a little cheap and like it was gonna break. Camera button, no longer the gold camera button, which used to flake on a lot of you. Mine never had that issue, but I know a lot of you ran into a flaky gold button. So they've now just replaced it with a simple blue button. Oh, and if I didn't mention that already, the color is definitely navy blue. It's kind of hard to tell that on camera, but we got black or charcoal, and you got navy blue. So it depends on if you really want a shiny silver and blue phone or not, but that's really what it is going to come stock with. So yeah. On this side, on the left side, there is your micro USB charging port. No HDMI. Still not really sure why they decided not to include HDMI in this phone, but they haven't. So that's not like an all-in-one HDMI micro USB port. It's just micro USB, so that's kind of unfortunate. But anyway, so yeah, size-wise, the phone is almost identical with some minor tweaks to it. And you know, it feels pretty good. I can't really compare it to actual weight because this dummy model is definitely lighter than the original Droid 1, and rightfully so. This is not a real screen. This is plastic, so the weight's not going to be the same. I can't really give you a good comparison there. We have seen size or weight measurements online, and it essentially is the exact same weight as the Droid 1. So expect it to be sort of a heavy beast, just like the Droid 1 was. If we open it up, this is probably what you all really care about, and that is the keyboard. We all remember the Droid 1's flat keyboard. Mine's actually not super flat. Mine has a little bump to all the buttons. I know some of you have the really flat one and some of you have the bumpy one. I think I got lucky actually and got the bumpy one, but this gold D-pad no longer on the new version, and the new version does actually feel much nicer than this. So let's show it to you. Okay, new version, no more gold D-pad. You just have the 4 directional arrows plus an OK button. You no longer have to reach over the D-pad to type way over here. That whole awkward right-handed reach thing is no longer an issue. The buttons are slightly raised. I don't know if I can get you a good shot of that or not. No, kind of tough on camera, but they are definitely slightly raised. It does feel much nicer, and I'm sure this keyboard is going to be pretty close to the actual model. So buttons feel nicer. Still not as nice as, you know, like a BlackBerry's keyboard and how easy those are to type on, but it'll be much easier than it was on the Droid 1. So anyway, this is the Droid 2 dummy phone, and yes, we actually did just do a walkthrough of it. To give you a comparison to the Incredible, here is the Incredible. So size-wise, you know, basically the same. The Incredible will be lighter as it's one of the lightest phones on the planet. Doesn't have that keyboard, so it doesn't have any weight to it. So there's your Incredible. And then the real one you're probably all wondering about is the Droid X. So here is Droid X in comparison to the Droid 2. Okay, so obviously it's a ton bigger. It's got the 4.3-inch screen. It's going to be thinner because it's hard to compare that. It's going to be thinner because it doesn't have the keyboard, all that good stuff. Basically same internal specs though, processor, GPU, all that stuff. But as we all know, this has HDMI. For whatever reason, the Droid 2 is not going to have that. 8 megapixel camera, 5 megapixel camera. Sort of tough to turn away from the Droid X at this point unless you just don't want a giant 4.3-inch beautiful screen in your pocket and you want a physical keyboard. So anyway, there's your comparison. There's the lineup of droids. Here's the new droid brother walking in to join the family. Hopefully in just the next couple of weeks. Hopefully also comes stock with Froyo, Android 2.2, and maybe we'll get lucky and not see this Moto Blur skin. Chances are not very good there. We're probably going to see it. So anyway, we're droidlife.com. Yes, we just reviewed a dummy phone. I know it's hilarious. And anyway, check us out at the blog. We're out. Peace.